Good morning. Today is Friday, March 24th. The time right now in Singapore is 8 minutes to 7 in the morning. Today's recording is a little bit early because I have to travel. So I have to wake up much earlier to do my analysis and to record this video for you. And overnight on Wall Street, we can see there was a bit of a rebound going on in Wall Street itself after the sell-off that we've seen that may actually compromise this very tentative rebound in the US equity markets. So yesterday we can see that based on the forward, maybe I'll show you the daily time frame. Okay, so we can see on the daily time frame we have a bit of a recovery, but not very much because the market at one point managed to recover all the way to 32,500 before it closed back down at 32,100. So there was a bit of a rally attempt last night, but it could not quite maintain, sustain it. And overall, my personal opinion is after that sell-off that we saw on Wednesday, in the aftermath of the FOMC rate hike, we can see that technically the chart structure looks a little bit damaged to me, and there is a very high possibility market may actually go below 31,400 by the end of this month, and we only have a couple of days left before the end the month and next week. So next week is going to be very, very crucial. How this market close by the end of March is going to tell us a lot about what it's going to do in April. My personal view is that the market is likely to take out the 31,400 and maybe decline all the way to either the second week or the third week of April before we can see any kind of a rebound. So next week is going to be crucial. We could possibly be seeing a very massive takedown in US equity markets. So be very, very vigilant about this possibility here. Okay, so over in the S&P 500, we also see the same thing. Market actually managed to rebound to as high as 4,000. In fact, the high was 4,007 before it closes back below 4,000 to close at 3,948. So we can see that this rally attempt is not for the lack of effort, but I think overall the market sentiment has been very, very damaged, and there is every likelihood that market may actually go down to take out the 3,808 levels. And if the market cannot hold at 3,764, I think the market is going to go all the way down. We are possibly looking at an attempt to go down below the year low if the market cannot hold at 3,764, sorry. Okay, over the Nasdaq 100, we see a much better performance in the Nasdaq. Nasdaq did manage to recover and close on a positive note. There was no high trade last night, but the high traded on Wednesday was 12,943.6. So we can see that there is a bit of a attempt to salvage the situation, but I think the immediate bottom here for Nasdaq is to hold at 12,400. If this level gives way, I think the market is prepared to go down a lot more. But we can see that Nasdaq 100 is far away from the year's low, unlike what we saw in the Dow Jones or S&P 500. So on a relative basis, Nasdaq 100 is a lot more stable. Of course, Asian market has not opened yet, so we have no idea what it will do today. But yesterday's closing, we can see that the Nikkei actually attempt to go back into the 27,400 range, which was where I think the selling interest actually emerged. On Wednesday, we can see that the high trader was 27,520. So yesterday it closed marginally lower. So we can see that the market closed at what the level is at 27,419. So again, we will have to see how this thing is going to pan out, but it looks like we may be seeing further losses ahead. Now, the one thing that's very interesting is Hong Kong. Hong Kong actually managed to go against trend and actually closed much higher on yesterday, back above 20,000. But of course, what we have seen so far is there has been an influx of foreign capital into Hong Kong dollars. Not sure why that's the case, because Hong Kong dollars has never been a safe haven currency. But this round, the turmoil that we saw in the banking sector has seen foreign capital rushing into the Hong Kong dollar, and of course Hong Kong Monetary Authority mimics exactly what the Federal Reserve did. So they also hike rates in the very early morning hours of yesterday's trading. We can see that the influx of dollar of currency of capital into Hong Kong dollar may have actually boosted Hong Kong equity. So that could be the reason why it remains relatively firm. Okay, so the same also happened in the mainland index in the CSI 300. We also saw a relatively better performance yesterday, and this index itself, the CSI 300, which is a major equity index in China, rose back above 4,000 points and maybe is on course to challenge the 4,100 to one and the 4,150 levels. So we will have to keep this on in mind. But overall, I do see this area in the mid of 4,100 as an area of opportunity to where I think selling interest may actually re-emerge. Okay, over in energy market, we continue to see weakness going forward. We can see that yesterday prices pull back after winning to a marginal high for the week at $71.63 before closing back below $70 per barrel. So by and large, you can say that there is a reversal signal here, but this is not a critical chart point here. Not sure whether it will continue to trade lower. If it does, I think this is an area in which I will be actually quite keen to take a look at whether I can buy this pullback here. If the market can stabilize somewhere between $67 to $68, that will be an area of opportunity to me, because I think the market may at the very minimum do a rebound back to $72.60 level. So I think this is a area of opportunity for those who want to do short-term trading. Okay, for over in the gold market, we can see that gold actually attempt to rally again. It actually managed to test the $2,000 before coming off. The high traded in the spot market was $2,003 before it stabilizing just under $2,000 per ounce. So by and large, we do see that gold market remains very well bid, but I'm confident that maybe it will pull back down to give me a chance to actually buy. My area of interest will be around $1,910 to $1,932. So if the market goes into this bracket of prices, we'll see what happens. Okay, right now I have a very, very minor short position, hoping that the market can actually do a three-way pullback here. So I will actually want to see if I can buy around these levels here. Over in silver market, we have a marginal high for the day itself. We can see the market went up to $23.22, something that we don't see in the gold market. So for a comparison, right now silver seems to be a lot firmer than gold, and of course, conversely speaking, the pullback in gold was not evident in the silver prices. So these two have a different structure altogether. So if and ever there is going to be a pullback, I think the area between $22 is going to be very interesting to watch. Maybe the market will actually be able to hold here if there is going to be any kind of pullback. Okay, over the dollar index continued to edge lower to 101.55. So this is again an area of opportunity to me. Yesterday I did mention that there was no buying signal. I think the buy signal had just appeared. We have seen this market close on positive note on a appearance of a hammer. So this is typically a very classic reversal signals happening within a zone of price, which I think is going to be interesting. I think that maybe will be underpinning the dollar index for a bounce forward. Okay, I have already gone long in the dollar index before yesterday's move. Over the sterling market has not reacted in any big way yet. The market went up to a high of 123.43 yesterday before again. This is confirming what we are seeing in the dollar index. There is a reversal back signal here in the form of a shooting star. So again, this is a classic reversal signal. Hopefully the market can pull back all the way to 120. Okay, I've actually left some order here to sell at to buy at 120 levels, and we'll see what happens. Over in the euro itself actually is also very interesting. It also have a marginal high of 109.30 yesterday, in which I've already shorted the euro versus the dollar the day before, and of course the appearance of this reversal signal is even more powerful than the one that we just saw in the sterling versus the dollar, because the color is different. They mean to say the market actually closed below the opening price yesterday. So this is actually quite bearish going forward. So I am thinking that perhaps the market can pull back in a three-way structure back to about 104.80. Okay, let's see whether this actually pans out. Over in the Aussie market, there is hardly any major move. The market remains in consolidation period. Okay, although there's a three-wave rally to my target, I actually hit my target. But again, this tells us that from the structure, it does appear that this Aussie dollars may actually pull back. So whether or not, because that will be going against the grains of the other uh, uh, how would I say? Because this Aussie dollars has not benefited tremendously when the dollar pulled back down. Okay, so the rebound in Aussie is actually quite limited. But now, if it goes down together with the other major currencies in sterling and the euro, then that will be a very interesting development. Let's see whether that is the case. Over the dollar versus the yen, there is no sign that the dollar is about to rebound against the yen. Like I said, the yen right now is the flavor of the month as a safe haven currency. So the demand for yen remains very obvious. There's no sign that the demand for yen is has slackened. So there is no saying that it cannot go much lower below 130. Okay, so we have to watch this development. But because the dollar in the dollar index as well as the other major currencies like sterling and euro looks like it's about to reverse. So we want to play this very safely. If you got any short position in dollar yen, maybe you want to tighten your stop a little bit. Okay, over in the dollar versus Canadian, this is very bullish development. Yesterday I was hoping to get out of my short position, which I've been holding for quite some time now, more than 2 weeks. So I'm getting a little bit uncomfortable. Maybe what I do is that I may actually decided to exit without having my stop being triggered, because I moved my stop to break even price. And yesterday where I actually moved my profit taking level to 136.20, it missed out by 10 pips, and then the market reversed. What a day. So anyway, it has not been a very happy outing for me in this particular currency pair here. But no damage will be done, because like I said, I moved my stock to break even price. But it will be quite a pity because I've been holding this position for more than a week now. Okay, over in let's say the Bitcoin itself, we can see the Bitcoin actually attempt to rally. Yesterday, there was no new high traded, but the market actually went back up to test the 29,000 levels to a high of $28,818. And it did not quite manage to break, but it ended up as a inside bar for the day. So this will be interesting. So the market can go either way right now. Either the market take up 29,000 or it breaks below 27,000. Okay, so again, we will see how this thing develop. But the way it closed now slightly favor the upside. We will have to see whether that is the case. But if the market can actually pulls back down to 24,000, that will be a good area to look for buying opportunity. However, on the upside, area of resistance is going to be likely to be between 29,000 400 to 31,700. So this is going to be quite a wide range, about $2,000, more than $2,000 kind of range. I think this is area which it has to surmount to be able to extend its rally. Okay, we will have to see whether it can do that or not. Whereas in the Ethereum itself, we have a marginal high for this round. The market went up to $1,859.60, although it couldn't stay very much above the 1,800. But it managed currently, it's currently trading at $1,813.60. We will have to see whether it has enough to go higher. Over the top side, we can see that the market has a potential to go up to $2,000, and that means that for the bull in Ethereum, there is a little bit more room to upside compared to, let's say, the Bitcoin. So this is all I have for you for today, and next week I will give you a new update as to what the market does for tonight itself. Thank you very much, and be safe. Bye bye.